Yep, I've been gone for 2 months, and this is the intro that greets you. Hey, just be glad that I used that scene instead of that other scene where Chris Redfield and Hulk smash, if you know what I mean. Stop! And that's the second thing that pops in. Hello people of the internet, my name is Eric D.O.P, and welcome to The Last of Us Part 2 story review. And I'm reviewing this because I love this story. I grew up with it. I loved and grown with the characters, the story. I mean, I just couldn't stay away. I just had to come back to the series and see what happens to Joel, Ellie, and all the other characters we all know and love. But before we talk about this story, I want to start where it all began, so we can all remember the good old days of The Last of Us. It's 2013, and the AMC series The Walking Dead is going through a lot of success. And because of that success, game developers saw this as a great opportunity to make some money. And while some of those games were actually successful on telling good stories, sometimes not, at that time there was just so many zombie games being released that the zombie genre just slowly got dull and boring. But then, this one zombie game popped out of nowhere and surprised us all. It was like getting hit in the back of the head. The Last of Us was just an amazing experience. It was the most incredible story of 2013 and still is an incredible story today. The game was getting 9 or 10 out of 10s, got a remaster for the PlayStation 4, and even the creator got a Writers Guild Award. And because this game got so popular, people were just demanding and begging for a sequel. And of course, Naughty Dog heard our cries and were beginning to make a sequel. And when the trailer first launched, despite not knowing who these characters were, the trailer looked pretty promising.
Well, off to hang myself, off and left!
And then after that trailer and almost a year waiting, receiving absolutely nothing, they finally gave us a look at the gameplay. And they even showed us teenage Ellie, and a couple of new characters of course.
I have a very serious question for you. How bad do I smell?
Like hot garbage.
But after a few trailers were released, disaster struck.
Run. Yay! What a shit show.
Yeah, I guess I'll play it. It doesn't really make me excited.
Even after the criticism this game was getting, I was still telling myself that this game's gonna be good. And I just ignored what most people were saying about this game. And when this game was coming close to being released, I was so hyped. But then these guys gave the game a 10 out of 10. The only reason why that makes me nervous is because these guys are well known for giving bad games good ratings and good games bad ratings that they don't deserve. So when I heard these guys call it a masterpiece, I kinda took it as a bad sign. But still, I just waited until the full story was released. And then I saw the full story, and it was awful!
No matter what you've seen, or heard, or read, nothing compares to playing this thing from beginning to end.
We both know that's not true.
People that were criticizing the game also received some backlash. Hell, even if you said you weren't just gonna buy the game, they would either shout racist stuff at you, or just use every single curse word in the dictionary.
The Last of Us Part 2 ultimately brought nothing new to the table.
You're a poopy head.
Even Troy Baker, the voice actor of Joel, tried to defend this game. I'm not really sure why, considering, well, we'll get to that later.
You really think that that experience could be undone by a couple screenshots? I think 6 years of development could be undone by that.
Yes, 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 yes. Yes.
Well, actually, if you zoom out of the video, you can actually see that there's a golf club pointing at his head, so I guess it's not his fault. Well, technically, it wasn't the screenshots that ruined our experience. It was actually the leaked cutscenes that ruined the experience. So yeah, game releases and people are not happy with the story. Well, except for these guys, of course. They're actually saying that this is as good as the last game, and I wouldn't really say that. It's kind of like trying to compare Turkey to Roadkill. But if you guys prefer to eat rotten corpses, then I won't stop you. So, why do people hate this game so much? Well,
Let's find out.
I'm sure the only reason you clicked on this video was probably because of the thumbnail, or maybe the title, As much as I want to talk about those topics, I gotta save those for last. Not gonna lie, the game actually starts off pretty good. So the game begins with Joel explaining to his brother Tommy what he did in the last game.
I won't let you take her. This is our future. Think of all the lives we'll save.
Nice try, kid, but I think you just brought a knife to a gunfight.
And then Joel pays Ellie a visit to show her something that we're gonna be doing a lot in this game.
Promise me that you won't laugh.
I won't laugh. I won't.
I'm trusting you.
And I gotta say, the game's first impression isn't really that bad. It's really nice to see these two together again. Talking, bonding, laughing, it's really heartwarming.
Isn't it such a beautiful feeling?
And then after that, we go to a 4-year time jump and meet this new character named Jess. And I'm not gonna give my thoughts and opinions about him because I hardly know him. But that's okay because we're introduced to another character named Dina. And Dina, well actually I think she's a pretty nice character actually. Mostly because Dina keeps Ellie happy when Joel's not around. I know that some people might have complained that Dina and Ellie kissed, even though Ellie kissed girls before. I think these two are actually made for each other.
Hey, can you throw me another croissant?
And when you first step outside and take a look at the new open world,
hot diggity dog. This place is magnificent.
I'll say again, the beginning of the game is really good. You get to talk to some friends, make jokes and laugh, and even get in a snowball fight. Really glad that they didn't just give us a gun and immediately throw enemies at us.
What the fuck am I doing? Why am I shooting these people? I literally just started this game up.
And now let's meet another new character.
From this angle, it looks like the fucking Hulk.
And let me tell you guys how much I hate this character. If I was facing off against the adoring fan from Oblivion, Jared Leto Joker, and the person responsible for Ride to Hell Retribution, and Abby, and I had 4 bullets in my gun, I would shoot Abby 4 times. Anyway, we go back to Ellie's perspective, and her and Dina are assigned to go to a lookout point. But then they get caught by a storm and are forced to hide under a building. They find some.
Is that a weed? I don't smoke, so that.
Call the police! Does weed go bad? Let's find out.
It's on. It look like you taking a shit.
Oh, fuck it. How would you rate our kiss from last night?
Well, considering you smelled like hot garbage.
I think something stinks in here.
This better be better than it stinks.
Look at that. Taking it like a champ.
So after Ellie and Dina are done eating each other's faces,
Oh, my lip!
Jesse walks in and informs them that Joel and Tommy have gone missing, and this of course has Ellie worried, so she goes off to find them. And then we go back to Abby's perspective, and I swear to God, if you get to play as her for half of the game, oh, are you fucking kidding me?
You donkey!
And then finally, we get to meet the man himself, Joel Miller, alongside his brother Tommy, except you're not playing as Ellie, which kinda sucks. And after when they introduce each other, Abby suggests that they go back to her people's place. When they get there, Abby says thank you, the only way she knows how. And when Ellie does find Joel,
You fucked up my face.
we probably get to the most what the f moments in gaming history.
Whatever it takes, whoever it takes, however long it takes before I die, I will fuck.
If there's a list of the most messed up moments in gaming history, then I'd say this would take the cake, because this is just a major slap in the face. Hell, Ellie and Joel don't even get a chance to say goodbye.
We're just gonna kill him.
And yes, I am well aware that they live in a zombie apocalypse and the world that they live in is supposed to be cruel, and many characters that we loved in video games and in movies have died before. But this is like the first hour of the game. So when you take characters that we've known and loved for most of our lives and then kill them right off the bat in the next game or movie, then it's just completely out of place and it's just showing complete disrespect for the characters that we've loved. And now Joel's death has turned into a complete joke.
What a rotten way to die.
Now that that's out of the way, let's talk about how the trailers have lied to us. And oh man, I have never seen a video game trailer so misleading since Halo 5. Remember these scenes from The Last of Us 2 trailers with Ellie and Joel? You probably thought that Joel and Ellie were going to be fighting alongside each other on this whole quest to kill every last one of them, right?
That's where you're wrong, f***o.
What the hell are you doing here?
You think I'd let you do this on your own?
What the hell are you doing here?
Fight!
They straight up took that scene from the trailer and just replaced it with this guy. Hey, remember this scene? Psych! It's just a flashback. The trailers are just there to trick you into thinking that the leaks are fake, that Joel's still alive, and that you're gonna be fighting alongside him.
Actors Troy Baker and Ashley Johnson returned to add so much heart, honesty, joy to the roles as Joel and Ellie.
Yeah, you keep telling yourself that bullshit.